Hello everyone. Today we will see about tumors of the soft tissue. So first we will see what is soft tissue. Soft tissues are defined as all the non-epithelial extraskeletal tissues of the body except reticuloendothelial system, the glia and the supporting tissues of specific organs and viscera. So the soft tissues include fibrous tissue, adipose tissue, muscle tissue, synovial tissue, blood vessels, and neuroectodermal tissues of the peripheral and autonomic nervous system. General features of the soft tissue tumors are superficially located tumors are benign, while deep-seated tumors are more likely to be malignant. Malignant tumors have increased vascularity, while benign tumors have decreased vascularity, or they may be avascular even. The most common locations for soft tissue tumors are lower extremity, upper extremity, trunk, retroperitoneum, and head and neck. Generally, the males are affected more commonly than females. The most common soft tissue tumors in children include rhabdomyosarcoma, synovial sarcoma, etc. Etiology and pathogenesis of soft tissue tumor. Frequently, there is history of antecedent trauma, which brings attention of the patient to the tumor. The molecular and cytogenetic studies reveal chromosomal abnormalities and mutation in the genes, which can be used as marker for diagnosis. Most of the soft tissue tumors occur sporadically. However, there are few examples which are components of genetic syndrome. For example, neurofibromatosis type 1. WHO classification of soft tissue tumors. It divides soft tissue tumors into 4 categories: benign, intermediate, locally aggressive, intermediate, rarely metastasizing, and malignant tumors. Benign tumors generally do not recur and cured by complete excision. Example is lipoma. Intermediate, locally aggressive tumors are locally destructive, infiltrative, and often recur but do not cause metastasis. Example is desmoid tumor. Intermediate, rarely metastasizing tumors are also locally destructive, infiltrative, and recurrent, but about 2% cases may have evidence of clinical metastasis. Example is dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans. Malignant tumors are locally destructive, infiltrative, and produce metastasis in most of the cases. Diagnostic classification of soft tissue tumors. It is based not only on histology but also on immunohistochemistry, electron microscopy, cytogenetics, and molecular genetics. Accordingly, soft tissue tumors are classified as tumors of adipose tissue, tumors of fibrous tissue, tumors of vascular origin, tumors of skeletal muscle origin, tumors of smooth muscle origin, fibrohistiocytic tumors, or tumors of peripheral nervous system. Tumors of adipose tissue includes lipomas and liposarcomas. Tumors and tumor-like lesions of fibrous tissue includes nodular fasciitis, fibromatosis, fibroma, or fibrosarcoma. Fibrohistiocytic tumor consists of fibrous histiocytoma, dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans, and malignant fibrous histiocytoma. Tumors of skeletal muscle includes rhabdomyoma and rhabdomyosarcoma. Tumors of smooth muscle includes leiomyoma and leiomyosarcoma. Tumors of vascular origin includes hemangioma, lymphangioma, angiosarcoma, etc. Peripheral nervous tumors includes neurofibroma, schwannoma, and malignant peripheral nervous tumors. And tumors of uncertain histogenesis are synovial sarcoma, alveolar soft part sarcoma, and epithelioid sarcoma. Diagnostic criteria for soft tissue tumors. First is pattern of cells. The morphological pattern in which the tumor cells are arranged is specific for different tumor. For example, smooth muscle tumors have interlinking fascicles of pink staining tumor cells, while fibrohistiocytic tumors have storiform pattern, means spindle tumor cells radiate from the center in a spoke wheel manner. Fibrosarcoma shows herringbone pattern in which tumor cells are arranged like the vertebral column of the sea fish. Schwannomas show palisaded arrangement in which nuclei of tumor cells are piled upon each other. Some tumors also show biphasic pattern. It means there is combination arrangement of two types, fascicles and epithelial-like, which is present in synovial sarcoma. Another criteria is cell types. Soft tissue tumors are also diagnosed on the basis of cell types present in particular soft tissue tumor. The most common cell types present is spindle cells. However, there are minor differences in the different types of spindle cells present in different tumors. For example, fibrogenic tumors have spindle cells with light pink cytoplasm and tapering ended nuclei. Neurogenic tumors have similar tumor cells but have curved nuclei. Leiomyomatous tumors have spindle cells with blunt ended cigar shaped nuclei with more intense eosinophilic cytoplasm. And skeletal muscle tumors have spindle cells similar to leiomyomatous tumors but in addition have cytoplasmic striations. Another variety of cell is small round cells. Some soft tissue tumors contain predominantly small round cells or blue cells. So they are also termed as blue cell tumors because of presence of lymphocyte-like round nuclear size and dense blue chromatin. Examples are rhabdomyosarcoma of embryonal and alveolar types, primitive neuroectodermal tumor, Ewing's sarcoma, neuroblastoma, and malignant lymphomas. Epithelioid cells. Some soft tissue tumors have either epithelioid cells as main cells, for example epithelioid sarcoma, or have epithelial-like cells as a part of biphasic pattern of the tumor, for example synovial sarcoma. Another diagnostic criteria is immunohistochemistry. Soft tissue tumors are differentiated by application of immunohistochemical stains against various cell components. Some examples are smooth muscle actin, which is marker for smooth muscle tumors. Vimentin is a marker to differentiate mesenchymal cells from epithelium. Desmin, a marker for skeletal muscle cells. S100, marker for nerve fibers. Factor 8, marker for vascular endothelium. And LCA, leukocyte common antigen, which is a common marker for lymphoid cells. Electron microscopy can be applied to look for tonofilaments or cell organelles. And cytogenetics. Many soft tissue tumors have specific genetic and chromosomal changes which can be identified for diagnosis and prognosis purpose. Grading of the soft tissue tumors. Pathological grades may vary according to different grading systems. This pathological grading is based on following three features: tumor differentiation or degree of cytological atypia, mitosis, and tumor necrosis. Staging. The two most commonly accepted staging systems are Annaking's staging and American Joint Committee staging system. Among these, Annaking's staging system is accepted by most oncologists and is based on grade and location of the tumor. According to location, tumor is divided into T1 means intracompartmental and T2 means extracompartmental tumors. According to grade, tumor is divided into either G1 low grade or G2 high grade tumor. And accordingly, the stage of soft tissue tumor may vary from stage 1 to stage 3 as following. Stage 1 includes grade 1 and T1 or T2 tumors without metastasis. Stage 2 includes grade 2 and T1 or T2 tumors without metastasis. Stage 3 includes either grade 1 or grade 2, T1 or T2 tumor with metastasis. American Joint Committee staging system is based on TNM system, which includes primary tumor, status of lymph nodes, and presence or absence of metastasis. Now we will see about individual soft tissue tumor. First is tumors of fibrous tissue. Benign tumors are fibroma and fibromatosis. Malignant tumors are fibrosarcoma. There are three types of fibromas: fibroma durum, fibrolipoma, and elastofibroma. Fibroma durum, or simply known as fibroma, is a benign, pedunculated and well circumscribed tumor occurring on the body surface and mucous membranes. It is composed of fully matured collagenous fibrous connective tissue. Figure shows matured collagenous fibrous tissue. Fibrolipoma, also known as soft fibroma, composed of mixture of mature fibrous connective tissue and adult type fatty tissue. In the figure, arrow with black border shows fibrous connective tissue and arrow with red border shows adult type fatty tissue. Elastofibroma. It is located in subscapular region, composed of collagen bundles and branching elastic fibers. Arrow shows elastic fibers. Fibromatosis. These are tumor-like lesions of fibrous tissue which continue to proliferate actively and may be difficult to differentiate from sarcomas. These lesions tend to invade locally and recur after surgical excision. They are classified according to anatomical location into superficial and deep variety and age group affected into infantile and adult types. Infantile or juvenile fibromatosis include fibrous hematoma of infancy, fibromatosis coli, diffuse infantile fibromatosis, juvenile nasopharyngeal angiofibroma, and congenital fibromatosis. Adult type of fibromatosis are Palmer and plantar fibromatosis, penile fibromatosis, keloid, nodular fasciitis, iridation fibromatosis, abdominal and extra-abdominal fibromatosis. Superficial fibromatosis include Palmer, plantar and penile fibromatosis. They are characterized by nodular or poorly defined broad fascicles of mature appearing fibroblasts surrounded by dense collagen. It affects males more frequently than females. Palmar variant, also known as Dupuytren contracture. In this, there is irregular nodular thickening of the palmar fascia, either unilateral or bilateral. After a long period, attachment to the overlying skin causes puckering and slowly progressive flexion contracture develops mainly of the fourth and fifth fingers of the hand. In the plantar fibromatosis, similar changes are seen except flexion contracture and bilateral involvement are uncommon. Penile fibromatosis, also known as Peyronie's disease, palpable induration or mass appears usually on the dorsolateral aspect of the penis. Eventually, it may cause abnormal curvature of the shaft or constriction of the urethra or both. Deep-seated fibromatosis, also known as desmoid tumors. They present as large infiltrative masses that frequently recur after incomplete excision. They are composed of well-differentiated fibroblasts that do not metastasize. Can occur at any age, but the most frequent age group affected is teenagers. They are divided into extra-abdominal, abdominal and intra-abdominal types. Extra-abdominal desmoids occur in men and women with equal frequency, arise predominantly in the musculature of the shoulder, chest wall, back and thigh. Abdominal desmoids generally arise in the musculo-aponeurotic structures of the anterior abdominal wall in women during or after pregnancy. Intra-abdominal desmoids occur in the mesentery or pelvic walls, often in patients having familial adenomatous polyposis. Keloid is a variety of fibromatosis characterized by progressive fibrous overgrowth and response to cutaneous injury such as burns, incision, insect bite, or vaccination. They are found more commonly in blacks. Their excision is followed by recurrences. Crossly, it is formed to smooth, pink, raised patch from which there extends claw-like processes known as keloid claw. Microscopically, it is composed of thick, homogeneous, eosinophilic hyalinized bands of collagen mixed with thin collagenous fibers and large active fibroblasts. The adnexal structures are atrophied or destroyed. Arrow in the figure shows collagen fibers. Fibrosarcoma. It is a slow-growing tumor affecting adults between 4th to 7th decades of life. Most common locations are lower extremities, especially thigh and around the knee. Other locations are upper extremity, trunk, head, neck and retroperitoneum. The tumor produces metastasis mainly via bloodstream. Figure showing fibrosarcoma with irregular outlines. Crossly, there is grey white, firm, lobulated, well circumscribed mass. Cut surface is soft, fish flesh like with foci of necrosis and hemorrhage. Microscopically, tumor is composed of uniform spindle-shaped fibroblasts arranged in intersecting fascicles. Well-differentiated tumors show herringbone pattern. Herringbone is a sea fish. However, poorly differentiated fibrosarcoma has highly pleomorphic appearance with frequent mitosis and viscera cells. Figure on the left side shows low power view of fibrosarcoma and right side is high power view showing herringbone pattern of fibroblast. Fibrohistiocytic tumors. These are group of tumors characterized by presence of cells with fibroblastic and histiocytic features in varying proportion, forming cartwheel or storyform pattern, in which spindle cells radiate outward from the central focus. The group includes lesions of three grades: benign, intermediate or borderline, and malignant. Benign lesion is benign fibrous histiocytoma. Borderline lesion is DFSP, dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans. Malignant lesion is malignant fibrous histiocytoma. Benign fibrous histiocytoma. Depending upon the location and predominant pattern, benign fibrous histiocytomas include various entities such as dermatofibroma, sclerosing hemangioma, fibroxanthoma, xanthogranuloma, giant cell tumor of tendon sheath, and pigmented filonodular synovitis. All these tumors are composed of benign fibroblastic and histiocytic patterns of cells. Dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans. It is a low-grade or borderline malignant cutaneous tumor of fibrohistiocytic origin. Tumor recurs locally and rarely gives rise to distant metastasis. Most common location is trunk. Crossley DFSP forms a firm, solitary or multiple nodule extending into the subcutaneous fat, having thin and ulcerated skin surface. Histologically, the tumor is highly cellular, composed of fibroblasts arranged in storyform pattern. Malignant fibrous histiocytoma. It is the most common soft tissue sarcoma and most frequent sarcoma associated with radiotherapy. Tumor occurs more commonly in males in the age group of 5th to 7th decades. The most common locations are lower and upper extremities and retroperitoneum. It begins as painless enlarging mass in relation to the skeletal muscle. Grossly, it is multilobulated, well circumscribed, firm or fleshy mass measuring 5 to 10 cm in diameter with grey white, soft and mixed cut surface. Microscopically, three variants of MFH includes storiform pleomorphic MFH, myxoid MFH and inflammatory MFH. The most common variant is storiform pleomorphic. consisting of mixture of spindle-shaped fibroblast-like cells and mononuclear round to oval histiocyte-like cells. Spindle-shaped cells are arranged in characteristic storiform pattern. Tumor cells show varying degrees of pleomorphism, hyperchromatism, mitosis, and presence of bizarre tumor giant cells. Figure on the left side shows storiform pattern of the cells. Right side figure shows bizarre tumor cells. Other varieties are mixed MFH, shows areas of loose mixed stroma and have overall better prognosis. Inflammatory MFH is an undifferentiated high-grade lesion having predominant neutrophilic infiltrate, besides presence of eosinophils, histiocytes and xanthoma cells. Now, tumors of adipose tissue. Benign tumor is lipoma and malignant tumor is liposarcoma. Hyperroma is another uncommon benign adipose tissue tumor arising from brown fat and found predominantly in children under 3 years of age. Lipoma is the commonest soft tissue tumor, appears as solitary, soft, movable and painless mass which may remain stable or grow slowly. It may be present at any location in the body, but most common sites are subcutaneous tissues in the neck, back and shoulder. Grossly, lipoma is usually small, round to oval encapsulated mass. Cut surface is soft, lobulated, yellowish orange and greasy. Figure on the left side shows lipoma over back. Figure on the right side shows multiple lipomas indicated by 3 black arrows. Histologically, the tumor is composed of lobules of mature adipose cells separated by delicate fibrous septa. Thin fibrous capsule surrounds the tumor. Lobules of mature adipose cells separated by fibrous septa. Figure showing lobules of mature adipose cells separated by fibrous septa. Variants of lipoma: fibrolipoma, mixture with fibrous tissue; angiolipoma, combination with proliferating blood vessels; myelolipoma, combination with bone marrow elements; intramuscular lipoma, lipoma infiltrating striated muscle; spindle cell lipoma or pleomorphic or atypical lipoma. Liposarcoma, one of the most common soft tissue sarcoma, next in frequency to malignant fibrous histiocytoma. The most common sarcoma is malignant fibrous histiocytoma. Second most common is liposarcoma. Arises from primitive mesenchymal cells, the lipoblast, while lipoma arises from mature adipose cells. Peak incidence is 5th to 7th decades of life. Liposarcomas often occur in deep tissues, whereas lipomas are often subcutaneous. Most common sites of liposarcoma are thigh, buttocks and retroperitoneum. Grossly, it appears as nodular circumscribed mass which is infiltrative, measuring 5 cm or even more in diameter. Cut surface is grey white to yellow, mixed and gelatinous. Retroperitoneal masses may be even larger. Histologically, the hallmark of diagnosis is identification of lipoblast, which may be univacuolated or multivacuolated cell. The vacuoles in the cytoplasm represents fat. Four major histological varieties are well-differentiated liposarcoma, mixed liposarcoma, round cell liposarcoma and pleomorphic liposarcoma. Well-differentiated liposarcoma resembles lipoma except it contains lipoblast. Mixed liposarcoma is most common type, composed of monomorphic stellate cells lying in mixed background, with prominent meshwork of capillaries forming chicken wire pattern is a conspicuous feature. Occasional tumor giant cells may be present. Round cell liposarcoma composed of uniform round to oval cells having fine multivacuolated cytoplasm with central hyperchromatic nuclei. It may resemble signet ring cell carcinoma, but the mucin stains help in differentiating the two. Pleomorphic liposarcoma is highly undifferentiated and most anaplastic type, containing numerous large tumor giant cells and bizarre lipoblast. Figure on the left side shows from left to right pleomorphism, mixed change, lipoblast with indent nuclei and multivacuolated cytoplasm and mitotic figure. Another figure of liposarcoma. The thick arrow represents lipoblast with multivacuolated cytoplasm and thin arrow shows bizarre tumor giant cell. Tumors of skeletal muscle. Benign tumor is rhabdomyoma and malignant tumor is rhabdomyosarcoma. Rhabdomyoma is a rare benign soft tissue tumor predominantly located in the head and neck, most often in the upper neck, tongue, larynx and pharynx. Histologically, it is composed of large round to oval cells having abundant granular eosinophilic cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is vacuolated because of glycogen. Depending on the degree of resemblance of the tumor cells to the normal muscle cells, tumor is divided into adult and fetal types. Figure on the left side shows cross appearance of rhabdomyoma. Figure on the right side shows microscopy of the rhabdomyoma with presence of round to oval cells having abundant eosinophilic granular cytoplasm. Rhabdomyosarcoma is more common than rhabdomyoma. It is commonest soft tissue sarcoma of childhood and adolescence, usually appearing before the age of 20 years. It is a highly malignant tumor arising from rhabdomyoblast. Most common sites are the head, neck or genitourinary tract. Depending on the growth pattern and histology, the four types are identified: embryonal, boteroid, alveolar, the gross appearance of these tumors is variable. The embryonal variant, when arising near the mucosal surfaces of the bladder or vagina, can manifest as soft gelatinous crepe-like masses designated as sarcoma boteroides. In other cases, they are poorly defined, infiltrating tan white masses. Microscopically, the tumor consists of a mixture of small round cells and spindle-shaped strap cells arranged in the form of broad fascicles or bands. Mitosis are frequent. The rhabdomyoblast is diagnostic cell. It has granular eosinophilic cytoplasm rich in thick and thin filament. The rhabdomyoblast may be round or elongated. The elongated cells are known as tadpole or strap cells. Figure showing rhabdomyoblast which are elongated, known as tadpole or strap cells. Tumors of smooth muscle. Benign tumor is leiomyoma and malignant tumor is leiomyosarcoma. Leiomyoma, the most common site is uterus, but may also arise in the erector pili muscles found in the skin, nipples, scrotum and labia, known as pilar leiomyomas. These pilar leiomyomas are multiple and painful. The tendency to develop multiple lesion is hereditary and transmitted as autosomal dominant variant. Figure showing multiple leiomyomas of the uterus. Microscopically, they are composed of fascicles of spindle cells that intersect each other at right angles, forming hole pattern. Tumor cells have blunt-ended elongated nuclei and show minimal ATP and few mitotic figures. Figure on the left side shows presence of benign fibroblast arranged in hole pattern with hyaline change and presence of benign smooth muscle cells. Figure on the right side also shows smooth muscle cells, hole pattern and interlocking fascicles of fibroblast. Leiomyosarcoma, they occur in adult women more frequently than men. Most develop in the skin and deep soft tissues of the extremities and retroperitoneum. They present as painless foam masses. Retroperitoneal tumors may be large and bulky and produces abdominal symptoms. Histologically composed of malignant spindle cells that have cigar-shaped nuclei arranged in interweaving fascicles. Mitosis is most prominent. Leiomyosarcoma. Figure on the right side shows very atypical mitotic figures. Difference between leiomyoma and leiomyosarcoma. Grossly, the leiomyomas are well circumscribed with absence of hemorrhagic and necrotic areas, while leiomyosarcoma shows hemorrhagic and necrotic areas mats to the lungs and lymph node. Microscopically, leiomyoma show fascicles of eosinophilic spindle cells with plant nuclei and low mitotic activity, while leiomyosarcoma shows plant to round hyperchromatic nuclei with high mitotic figures. Figure on the left side shows histology of leiomyoma with very few mitotic activity, while right side figure shows leiomyosarcoma, pleomorphism and high mitotic activity.